It's under the bridge. Oh, no. That doesn't sound like a bad one. Welcome back, everybody. So again, we still have many more lures in the finesse category. So today we are just using the Flick Curly worm. It's just a finesse worm from Jackall. I love a lot of Jackall's lures, so hopefully this is the same. We'll probably do something very similar to the trout magnet video, just going a couple places, seeing if we can catch a couple fish. If it's nothing too exciting, we'll just move on to another pond. So hopefully we get a bunch of fish. I was moving on over to some baits that are a little bit slower action, not so much top water, because the temperatures were supposed to start getting colder, and they are getting cooler at night, but we are way above average during the day. So it's still very much like summer fishing. So we should be in transition now, but we're not. So let's go out and see if we can get some aggressive fish. I think we have an opportunity to catch some decent sized fish. I also, with it being a 3.8-inch worm, I think there's also an opportunity that bluegills to just rip the tails off of a bunch of these things. So hopefully it's the first one, but let's get after it. All right, got her all rigged up. We're just putting on a number 4 EWG. Fits it pretty nicely. We do have a 16th ounce worm weight. Probably a little bit big, but should do all right. Should help us out a lot with casting. As a lot of Japanese lures are for plastics, super soft. So I anticipate us tearing these up pretty quickly. Again, I anticipated us being in transition a little bit more, slow fishing. So I have a very neutral, very realistic looking color. So hopefully in this tannic water, the fish are able to find it a little bit better. That curly tail should help out a little bit, but let's get after it. First cast, see if we can't get one. Definitely cast it a ways with that 16th ounce weight. Way too loose. There we go. Don't know this place well, so might lose a couple baits from snags and whatnot underneath the water. Oh, bite already. Oh, I missed him. I bet it was probably a bluegill. See if we still have our tail. And we do, so that's good. And it didn't get torn up. But that was a very light bite. I'm sure that was a bluegill. So small finesse baits, especially in summer, definitely have to deal with that. So you might have to fish here for a little bit and end up going somewhere else. There's one. Yep. Uh-oh. You good? Is it good? Oh no, don't go into the bridge. Is this a decent one? Doesn't feel... Nope, don't go under the bridge. Don't go under the bridge. Oh, it's under the bridge. Oh no. That doesn't sound like a bad one. First one on this guy. Oh, that's a good bass. That is a good bass. How are we going to get him? How are we going to get him? Nope, don't get off. Don't get off. Don't get off. That is a good bass. That is by far the biggest that we have caught on this setup by a long shot. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Oh, get out of there. Oh. Get him. That is all of a 3.5 pounder. He smoked that thing. Probably can't see it all that well because it's tiny, but let's get him unhooked. That is all of a 3-pounder, probably almost 4 on that tiny, tiny little hook. There, got him. That is the biggest one we've caught by a long shot. That is phenomenal. Let him go. And that was on this little flick worm. Pretty beat up after one fish. I guess that's to be expected with those Japanese lures on 4-pound braid. That was incredible. Well, we got one. Let's see if we can get greedy and get some other ones. I think we'll catch some other fish, but I don't anticipate catching another one like that. And on the light setup, just didn't feel that bad. Didn't fight incredibly hard, but there we go. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get a second fish out of this one. We'll try to jimmy rig it to hold it together. We already had one bluegill rip off a tail, so we're down probably 2 baits now, but see if we can't somehow fashion this together. Got one. Yep, got him. I don't think that's a big one. No, not a big one. Not a bad one though, I don't think. Oh, get out of there. 4-pound test, no. Get out, there you go. Oh, kind of. Oh no. There we are. Oh. Oh no. This is the one drawback of 4-pound test. Come on, he's still on. Get out of there. Maybe he'll do it himself. Come on, buddy. Swim out of there. Move those weeds. Get a little bit better angle on him, maybe. Come on. I see him. How? Pull it off there. Pull it off there. Nope. There, we got him. There we are. And we somehow got our worm back. Thought that for sure was going to be gone. There we go. Oh, and there it goes. Sorry about that, buddy. We'll let you go quick. That is our one drawback with such light line. But it hasn't been as easy to catch these fish as I thought it would be. I thought they would just, especially the 10 to 12 inch bass, I thought we would just lay into them like no other, but it hasn't been that simple. But can't complain because the ones that we have gotten, or the one that we got, was very, very good. Best one we've gotten on this for sure. So let's keep fishing. It's starting to, I think it's starting to pick up a little bit better, you know, as sundown gets closer. So, but we are running out of worms pretty quickly. So, well, hopefully we're able to fish all afternoon without losing all of them. But there's one. Get him. Oh my, little guy. Oh, so It's a bluegill. That's a little surprising too. Another one on an EWG. Oh, must have grabbed the head of the worm. Makes no sense because usually they bite the tail. I've had plenty biting the tail of the worm today, but there's two different species. Wonder if we can get a crappie again tonight too. There's one. Ooh, that was a bluegill. And he took our worm. We're down 3 or 4 now. We don't have too many left. Let's go to a different pond, see if we can't catch some more. Hopefully get into another decent sized one. Get him. There's a little guy. That's what I expected. Oh. Oh no, don't grab the worm. Smoked it. I'll have to get pliers for him. Unfortunately, they are choking it though. Oh, that was scary. Fish bit right next to shore. Got my vehicle right behind me. Almost took out a window. Oh, there's one. They're all sitting right next to shore. Come on now. There we go. Little guy. And he destroyed, almost destroyed, my worm also. There's another one. Little guy. We're getting smaller. Smaller, smaller. We caught 2 on that worm so far though. So that is a positive when we're catching 10-inch, 8-inch fish. There's a little one. Oh my. We started off on such a good foot. It's getting worse and worse. But we're still catching them. And we caught a good one. So anything else we catch is just icing on the top. Got him. Not a big one. Gonna jump. Staying down. He's not big, he's just fighting hard. There he is. Oh, and he smoked it. We'll have to get the pliers out for that one too. That's one thing with these, you definitely have to set the hook quickly. Otherwise they will inhale it. And I think that's partially just because you have a lighter weight and a smaller hook to kind of impede them from sucking it down real quick. There we go. That might be the last one of today. There's one right on shore. Little guy. Yep, okay. I'll say it's getting hard to see where the hook is. Any one of these is going to be the last one. We'll probably try and see if we can't catch one more before this worm is absolutely destroyed. It's barely hanging together, but this will be the last one. Oh, I missed him. I had him and I missed him. Well, our worm is still on there somehow. See if we can't get one more. I can barely see, so getting them unhooked is going to be a challenge. Oh, there's one. Oh, another one. Oh, buddy took our worm, so that's the end of it. Worm's gone. We'll go ahead and do a quick review. We'll get our package of worms and go through everything. All right, let's talk about it. So the Jackall Flick Curly, I got the 3.8 just because I was throwing finesse lures. It says it's the best for down shot. Obviously, we threw on a Texas rig. I think it would be phenomenal for a drop shot too. It just seems to have a really, really decent action in the water, and the slender profile of it, I think, would do really, really well with finicky fish. It is heavily scented. They're just all about that shrimp scent over in Japan, and it definitely smells like it. But it caught fish. Now, with every Japanese plastic, they're always incredibly, incredibly soft, and that's part of what makes them so good. But the durability just won't be there. So, again, it might not be something that you want to use all the time, but in those pressured situations, this might be like a phenomenal choice. I think price-wise, I think they were right around $8.50 for 9 of them, which isn't cheap for a plastic, especially when each plastic might only last one fish. And we did have a couple of fish that just stole the worm right off the hook. So as far as that goes, it's a similar story with all of Japanese lures. It's just kind of part of it. But they catch fish, and they catch fish well. So as far as $8 goes, it's not nearly as bad as some of the $40, $50, $60 lures that you get like in hard bait. But obviously a plastic, just you're guaranteed to rip through them. So teach their own as far as that goes. I really like this. I wish it was a little bit colder and in transition, and to see if these fish, that might be a little bit more finicky in the cold water, to see if this does better than some of the other baits. But we've had some weird weather lately, so it is what it is. But we caught fish on it, and we caught the biggest fish that we have caught on that light rod to date, which was phenomenal. Not what I was expecting at all. And on the first fish that we caught in like the video too, that was wild. It didn't fight nearly as hard as I thought of 3.5, 4 pounder would on that tackle, but that just might have been that fish, I guess. But loads of fun. It just so much fun to catch a fish that size on such light tackle. But yeah, nevertheless, if you guys liked the video, if you wouldn't mind liking, and as always, if you want to see more videos like it, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that'd be greatly appreciated also. Till the next one.